Hey guys, Rodney Walker here, and I want to share with you some of my top advice and recommendations for how to become a certified grant writer, as well as how to choose the right certification program for you. Now, hopefully you've seen some of the other videos that I put out. If you haven't, my recommendation is go back and check them out because they each have some valuable information. But I want to kind of summarize and share some insight with you in regards to the big picture about how do you actually become a grant writer, and how do you become a certified grant writer, and how to use this to your advantage. So with that being the case, let me share some insight with you based upon my experience in having gone down this road, and hopefully you will find it helpful for you and your journey. Now, here's the first thing that I tell people when you're thinking about becoming a certified grant writer and really selecting and choosing a program. The first bit of advice that I want to share with you is that you know thyself. That was a saying that the Greeks have, know thyself. And I want you to do the same. I really want you to know yourself. And by knowing yourself, I'm really saying, how do you learn best? How do you learn best? And what's going to be best for you? What's going to be best for me may not be best for you. And the way your friend learned about how to do this may not be the best way for you to learn how to do this. Okay? So that's the first thing I would say. Know yourself, know how you learn, know how you really like to learn, and find a program that meets that criteria. Okay? When you find a program that does that, you're going to be happy because now you are learning in a way that is effective for you. The second thing I would say is know the program. Just like you know yourself, know the program, know the organization that's offering the training, because you're going to be learning based upon what they share and based upon their insight. And if their insight is dated, you're going to have dated insight in terms of your learning. So you want to make sure that you kick the tires, ask good questions about the program. Is the program, how is it being updated? Is it relevant? You want to ask questions like, okay, in today's society, now grant writing that was done, before the Google age or before the internet age is different from grant writing today. And so you want to ask questions in regards to that, like, hey, how is your program being updated? Because you want to make sure that you're getting in something that's going to be effective for you, but also effective for now. So first, again, know thyself. Second, know the program that you're getting into, what you're going to be associated with. In addition to that, then I would say another thing in this journey for you becoming a grant writer, a certified grant writer, is ask the institution or ask the organization that you're thinking about learning from about real life experience. For instance, you can go through a training like I did when I was first starting out and get the information, but just because you get the information does not mean that you're getting the experience. That's a big difference, okay? The experience is important. You want to get the knowledge, you've got to get the information, but what becomes very important is if you can get the information and practically apply it. Because what happens when you do that, now your learning is going up. Your learning is going higher because you're not just hearing. They say that we learn about 10% of what we actually hear. So if you hear something and that's all that you're doing is just hearing somebody share some information, your learning is going to be about 10%. But if you hear and then you also say, it goes up to like 20%. If you hear and then you see and you say, it goes up to like about 30%. If you hear, see, say, and do, it starts going up to like 70%. If you hear, see, say, do, and then begin to put hands-on experience, it starts going up to like 90%. So the bottom line is you want to make sure that whatever you're learning that you're doing. And that's why, like, for instance, with our program that I have, one of the things that we require when we're doing it is that the students are working on a real life proposal. find an organization, an institution that you're working with that's going to do something that's going to be beneficial for what you want, that's going to give you the end results. So here's the thing. I would say, number one, know yourself, know the program that's training you, know what they're teaching, and then ask yourself, is that a fit for your goals? Remember, at the end of the day, it's not the goal of the institution that you're learning from. It's not their criteria that they've set up. It's about what is your goal, and is what they're offering you fitting in with that. And if not, I would say, hey, keep looking, or find something that is, or find a combination of those programs that are going to be able to address that need. Okay, that's the most important thing, because the journey that you take and who you learn from has a lot to do with the outcomes that you're going to get. Now, again, one of the things I tell students all the time, I'm a big fan of taking classes from multiple places and getting as much information as you possibly can. If you've heard my story in some of the other videos, you know that I learned from a number of places, and I was a sponge. So, my friend, what I'm simply saying in essence, my top advice is to know yourself, know where you're learning from, and to make sure that it fits with the way you learn best, and that it fits with the best practices of what helps people to be successful in garnering the knowledge. I'm saying practical experience. That's my top advice for you, my friend. I hope that helps you. Kick the tires as you go and look around and find the program that fits for you. There's a lot of programs that can help you. Make sure that the program gets you where you want to go. So in all your doings, all your dealings, be brave, be bold, and be brilliant, and all the best. Take charge.